This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny. This
is Michael.
And Kirk. Guiding your noses today.
That worked. So, sir.
We're so not ready. We're ready. I'm like fixing my napkin, my placemat.
You'll be all right.
Well, what's on your mind today, Michael? You know it's all I live for.
I hate you with a passion. Okay, you remember when I put the post up a while back when I said
I don't follow you.
I know. I thought it was funny that we will trust each other enough to have consensual relations unprotected. But we don't
Sans condom.
Yes, no necesito. But we don't trust each other enough that we know that our significant other will handle the bills or handle our finances.
Well, if the raptresses have taught me anything, it's money is more important
than companionship.
Pretty much.
That's terrible.
You only have value if you can pay. If I can keep my money and also use yours, yes, then you have value, according to my raptresses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I do think that's odd.
And that's not a gender-specific question either. I think that's both sides, not pandering. I genuinely think, men are like, nah, because she going to go out and shop and act a fool, or whatever we assume women do. And I think women assume that we're not responsible with the money. Or they don't trust us enough, even though we supposed to get the bag. And like you said, the raptresses say, we supposed to give them the bag and they get to keep their bag as well.
Right.
Which to me is counterproductive.
Well, let's start with, it really comes down to value.
You mean your values, like internally?
Would you mind muting the television?
Oh, yeah.
I just realized how loud it was.
No, you get
I meant to mute it before we started, but I was putting on my pretty dress for today. I wanted to, Gabby has inspired me to wear a new outfit on the video today. Thanks, Gabsies. So I had forgotten to mute the television in the background. Here's the undisclosed location.
Okay.
Well, I think what we're really getting to is value. What we place value on.
Okay.
And I think our culture.
I can't get over that damn that robe you got on.
It's my dress.
Continue.
It's my recording gown.
Oh Lord.
Well, I think it's value.
Okay.
I think we value money.
Yeah.
Here in the Americas more.
Of course. It's all about that dollar. It's capitalism.
But it's sort of like, it's odd because I do think we value money more than companionship.
Which shouldn't matter because you don't get to take your partner with you either when you go dead and gone. But
some people do try.
They do. Hand in hand.
You will die before I die, motherfucker. You'll not move on from me. It does happen.
Yeah, but for the most, like I say, I know we're being stupid, but you think about it, money comes and goes. But if you got that person, you should be all right.
But see, some people say people come and go.
They do, but I'm talking about your partner, not just
Joe
people
Blow.
not people you run into from time to time.
I wonder if there's a real Joe Blow.
I'm sure there is. There's got to be a last name Blow.
Can we come up with a new other name? Like random man over here, Joe Blow. Can we come up with a new name for that person?
Had enough of y'all misusing my name.
Well, I wonder. We touched on this topic before, but I do think it might be more specific to a certain community here in the Americas.
What are you talking, the African American community?
Not Murica, but the other America.
Well, I'm lost.
Well, you know Murica.
Ooh.
That's the country bumpkins.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
They're a little touched.
Yes, that's
not Murica, but in the Americas.
Yes, sir.
It does seem to be. I seem to hear more about it from the Black community. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder if there's something to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the white women, they're less concerned.
Right.
But, you know, Susie Orman.
I have no idea.
Well, she's a financial person. Okay. She has like a TV show.
Like Dave Ramsey type?
Her and Dave Ramsey are on the same level. Yeah. She has books like, I read a book of hers for young teens when I was in college. That really helped me understand
posture.
The basics of, well, you know, you've been known to be shorter than me.
That's what they tell me.
It's been mentioned. Camera one. But Susie, she also wrote a book, maybe a few, specifically to women.
Okay.
Because women were not known to really be aware of finances.
Oh, okay.
Like my mom has friends where they couldn't tell you how much money was in the bank. Like my mom, she runs the financial stuff. Like she's the budgeter. She's the one that sits down. She writes, you know, she still does the checkbook. Right. Like she still writes and balances the checkbook.
Right.
But she has several friends that they couldn't tell you. They wouldn't even, if you were like, how much was your electricity bill? They'd be like,
they just enjoy the luxuries of electricity.
The husband just does it.
Right.
It's never dawned on them to
even ask.
Look.
Right.
But I think some of that changed with the recession in
our generation's recession. Okay. I was making sure which was okay.
Girl, I didn't talk about the Great Depression.
I don't remember that.
Camera one, you knew I was talking about 2008.
Yeah. I didn't feel like it was a recession.
Well, but a lot of women realized my husband has fucked our shit up. And I had no idea. Like, we're living on borrowed time. We may lose the house tomorrow, and it's all been him, and I've just been blissfully living. And I think that changed some things too.
Okay.
But for the most part, white women aren't as worried about the bag. It does seem to be a very specific.
Well, I think our generation, it's across the board. But I think as in totality, yes, white women probably aren't that pressed. But I think for our generation, it's across the board. We getting this bag. And I ain't mad at people for going to get some money because I believe in getting some money. I'm just saying.
Do you think? I was going to start the sex for money topic, but let's go back to money. Well, do you? Okay, so I get. Okay, I guess I could see where it might be our whole generation. There's a few women. I'm not going to call them out by name, but they don't know. They're our age. They don't. Okay. They don't care.
I mean,
that's beyond their scope.
Do you think some of it is we don't know the true value of money? Our generation.
See, I don't know because my mom. Well, my parents. I shouldn't just say my mom, but my parents. They were. Not necessarily the value of money per se, but like I knew that there were some things in life that were going to cost a lot of money, and there were things in life that didn't really cost much. But I mean, I just assumed everybody got that.
Everybody understood that concept?
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't.
I think I grew up understanding that as well, but grandiose, like expensive stuff, at least as a kid, didn't cross. I never, as a child, not in my teens, but as a kid, I wasn't dreaming of I want to have a car, I want to buy. I mean, you talk about it with your friends, like I want to have the biggest house on the block, and I want to drive the Batmobile, or whatever stupid stuff you come up with as a kid. But you don't attach a value to it.
What's that called? Flossing. Is it flossing?
I guess so.
Fronting.
Not really fronting, because you're not lying to your friends. You just, you're 10. You know you're not going to have the next Corvette at that next week. But you talk about it.
You're like, I'm hoping to get a car.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm getting that Camaro.
Yeah, you're like, I'm 12.
But in your mind, you're going, I just really just want a car.
Yeah, I just want to be able to drive. You know what I mean? But I think, you stupid. But I think that as children, we don't really understand the value of money. Like what it actually is worth. Like prime example, my daughter for her Nintendo Switch, she has a debit card. She has a bank account, and so we put like I think she gets like $40 a month or whatever. If she watches her youngest
She's
sister.
high rolling.
What?
Can I be
you know
adopted?
My allowance was 0.
Well, I had to work for mine.
No, she doesn't really do anything. She just gets it. But then I get a notification that,
like I said, can I be adopted?
I wish somebody
I'll
would
take
have adopted
$40 a
me.
week.
And I already have all the stuff I want.
Correct.
What? But every so often I get an email. It's like, such and such has spent $6 on whatever game she's playing, Minecraft, Fortnite. Now my son the other day, his mom hit me up, was like, hey, is it cool if he gets $20 out of his money to buy V-Bucks for Fortnite? I'm like, I don't care, it's his money. I mean, it ain't like he's hurting for nothing. But I think about it, I'm like, I want to criticize, but I can't, because I spend money on video game, like in the video game, virtual currency.
You wake up children.
Yes, but I also
3 in the morning.
But I'm also gainfully employed, so I can get my ass up and go. I'm gonna pay $20 on NBA 2K and get extra.
Well, child labor laws.
Babysitting and washing
Just
dishes
here,
is not child labor.
We don't give a shit about anybody else's kids in other countries.
Nope, just American children.
I need my iPhone every
all that
year.
iridium.
So they need to keep working over there. But over here, we've got some labor laws.
Yes.
But yeah, okay.
So, I try to pass along the knowledge of saving. I'm not the best at saving either, so I can't be a complete hypocrite. But I
think you can be. I feel like that's the one thing. If you're going to be a hypocrite about something,
teach
something that you're not good at,
or at least encourage them to be good.
Encourage them to do better than what you're bad at.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Especially money.
Very true. Because unfortunately, that's what this world is based on. Even if it's not a dollar bill, it's still something that represents money. Yeah. Whether it's a peso or it's a euro or whatever, it's still money, currency. You know what I mean? I know peso ain't worth
dollar. Are we going to keep yen?
I'm just saying. Even generations before, there was still some type of currency, even if it wasn't
bartering.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a form of currency.
Yeah.
So I mean,
body.
I mean, I thought about selling my body. I changed my mind. It wasn't going for much on the market. You know what I mean?
You're like, I need to get this much money. Nobody's offering it. Crap. Well, guess prostitution's not in my future.
Gotta get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying?
There's got to be a level of confidence to be a prostitute.
Why?
Well, you've got to think.
You mean a streetwalker or like on the internet?
I can charge money for this.
But you mean on the internet?
Any money.
No, when it's in the streets, it's desperation. On the internet, it's confidence. Because it lives there forever. Whether you take it down or what, it's somewhere on
Would you ever do porn?
Yeah, we've had that conversation.
Have we?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it now with my life now, but if I had no family responsibilities, I might.
It's
Eddie Bitters.
The popular thing now is like masked, so you could do it and nobody would even know.
I got tattoos; they would know it's me.
Well, they've got the makeup now.
I ain't doing all that.
Well, but you only have like
14, 15.
Well, what I was going to say was ones that couldn't be blurred. Like even if they were blurred. Somebody would know.
That's me.
I know that tattoo. You know what I mean? But I mean, like if you had the face of your child,
right?
Even blurred, somebody's gonna be like, "I know that face."
Yeah, that looks familiar.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain tattoos like anybody could have gotten. Like, nobody. If you're out there and you've got a tattoo of your child, hopefully nobody else has the same tattoo of your child,
unless it's the mom, the other parent. Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, you got some wiggle room. Okay,
so now in comparison, which one do you think would jeopardize your life more? And probably not the right word.
STDs.
What else I was going to say? Sexual promiscuity or financial promiscuity?
What is financial promiscuity?
I'm just saying,
just throwing that money everywhere.
Yes, throwing that cash in a circle. We should call this episode "Throw That Cash in a Circle." Hey,
you should.
But you know what I'm saying? Loose with your money, or loose with your body.
Yeah, STIs, of course.
But then why don't we value?
Because there'll always be money.
There ain't gonna always be life. As in, if you catch the wrong STI.
Is this one of those moments where you're profound and it really doesn't make any sense?
You know what? I'm not as stupid as everybody thinks I am.
So deep.
It's the truth, though.
I have no idea what you just said.
I said, you said there'll always be more money. There's not always more life. When your life is done, it's done. And if you jeopardize it by catching the wrong thing, by not being, right. That's what I meant. See, you're so ready to poo-poo on my thoughts.
We'll take a poll. Camera one.
Whatever.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
I'm not the one gonna get the message.
I've realized I'm just going to stop and say, I'm going to say Michael Skillet Chappelle DM.
And then I'll tell him what y'all said.
Because nobody is emailing us. But they're DMing you daily.
But it's about the pod.
Correct. But I'm like, we have all this other stuff that nobody is messaging. And they're all messaging you directly.
That's cool. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. All jokes aside, not to be profound. But if you think about it, your life should matter more than the bag should matter.
Well, I mean, if we've learned anything, Black Lives Matter. I mean, that's been the message that's clear.
No, cash lives matter.
Well, but I think it's one of those things where I think a lot of it is people forget about STIs.
Of course, especially in the heat of the moment. I'm just saying.
Well, but I mean, if you think about it, though, like chlamydia, you can take medicine and it goes away.
So that's not a big
syphilis,
word.
you can take medicine, it goes away.
You can get rid of gonorrhea too, right?
Gonorrhea, you can take medicine, it goes away. I think gonorrhea might be a shot. I think the other two are like
one
pills.
One of them are pills and
then one of them is a shot. I think it might be gonorrhea. Or something. Whatever.
Yeah. But see, that brings the risk in your mind. You're like, oh, I can get rid of that.
Right. So I think in people's minds, they equate all STIs and people forget about them.
Well, we're also way past the generation of the gay disease or gay sickness, AIDS, and HIV. You got to think.
Because you know what community it's most prevalent in.
You just going to keep taking shots on
it. Ain't the queers.
But you know what I mean? We're past the Magic Johnson scare and all of that. So in our mind, we've gotten so many technological advancements. We just take a pill and we be straight for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Because I know some people.
I don't want to be on pills.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
The only pills I take now is fish oil, and they're supposed to help your joints. I don't know how true it is, but I ain't trying to take no pill.
How's that going?
I don't know. My left shoulder has been hurting for about 6 months.
I love that you were like joints and you're rubbing your shoulder.
Because it always hurts.
You're like, I've been taking fish oil. It's not working.
Not even a little bit. But
I think you'd be better off just taking like acetaminophen.
What's that? Oh, you're talking about a painkiller?
Yeah.
It's not. It's like a constant soreness, but it's really bad after shoulders and chest day because I use these.
Well, you might be doing it wrong.
I'm overlifting. I know that.
Which would be doing it wrong.
Fair enough. But I'm keeping my form. Anyway.
Clearly not because you're in pain.
Well, it's only one side. My non-dominant arm. Who knows? But no, I mean, but we still should. Why is that? I'm not, and I know you don't have the answer, but
I'm terrified of STIs.
Who you telling?
It's always on my mind.
Well, I ain't gonna say that.
So what I mean is, like, before only, I wasn't throwing it in a circle or anything, but I immediately, when I was like, I think I want to try dating again.
Yeah. Protect yourself.
I was immediately like, I need to get to the doctor. I need to get on, PrEP. Mm-hmm. To, if nothing else, block one of the permanent ones.
Yes. Throw a little block up. Yes.
Right.
A little defensive line.
Right. Shoot it. Try to shoot it before it gets me.
Yes. There's nothing wrong with that, though.
Right.
But it's hard
I think a lot of people, and I think too, like, I know somebody that has the HIV. And they don't tell people.
I wouldn't make an announcement either if I had it. I would tell whoever I was involved with, obviously.
They don't tell people.
Or they just willy-nilly giving out
They don't tell people.
That's trifling. You can get a charge for that shit.
I know that.
You can get a charge for that shit.
And I know that.
Oh, okay. What's their name again? None of my business.
But I know that.
Yeah. That's not cool. I ain't trying to be funny.
And I've met some of the people that you've messed with
They've played Russian roulette.
that you didn't tell, and they still don't know.
To this day.
To this day.
Oh, hell no. That's trifling.
Right. And I'm like, so it's on my mind.
Yeah.
Because I know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you reckless with your body.
Right.
Yeah.
With your whole self. With everybody.
Yes.
And I write down who you've been with, and they get eliminated off the list immediately.
You've been taking a tally?
Yes.
That's trifling as hell, all jokes aside.
Well, and it's also one of those things where it's like, people that are frivolous, you don't realize, like, that next person,
they're stuck with it.
they're getting whatever you've accumulated.
Yeah. All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we care less about that than we do that bag.
But do you think it's because it takes effort
To get the bag or
to get the condom?
It takes 5 seconds.
But it takes effort.
How much effort?
What I mean is, not putting on the condom is less effort than putting on a condom.
And it does feel so much better, Lord. But that is besides the point.
We're not encouraging.
No. PSA, we're not encouraging.
Michael
Be
is
reckless with your body.
encouraging.
No.
I am not.
I don't have several partners, so I don't have that concern. But I'm saying, like, people are like, F it, like Russian roulette with their bodies every time. But heaven forbid you can't trust your partner to pay the light bill on time.
Yeah.
Or just the person you might want to build a life with. I don't
I think it's
understand
because
that.
people don't. I don't think people are as concerned with building life anymore.
They will when their ass get about 40. They're going to be
What I
lonely
mean
as a bitch.
is, well, people think they're invincible, but
Yes.
I don't think people are as concerned with companionship anymore.
They are when they hit about 40, 45 and they lonely as hell.
I don't think so.
I know a young, not that she's the only person in the world. I know a girl now.
She is.
The only thing she posts is God, he gonna bring me a relationship and I'm gonna have babies and I'm just working on myself chasing this bag. No, you're not gonna have any kids because biologically you won't be able to.
I really hope she's listening.
Or they don't know who I'm talking about. There's a few people who post that.
Shade.
But the one specifically I'm thinking of, and she fine, but she's single and alone, and
Let's not be too fine.
Might not have. I mean, she might have dealt with some shady ass dudes. All I'm saying is, we out here recklessly having sex with no condoms. But heaven forbid
You are.
No, not I. That's Michael Chappelle. You're
not out there willy-nilly.
No, our generation is, though.
Gotcha.
Collectively, we don't give a shit. We giving up that ass to get that cash.
Well, the raptresses are educating the children.
Unfortunately.
That
goes for rappers as well, though.
I don't think rappers are really all that popular anymore.
You don't think so?
Is that just me?
That's just you. Rappers are booming. Hip hop is the number one.
Raptresses, they're everywhere. The rappers.
No, Kanye West, Donda 2 comes out in like 2 weeks. 22nd, so about 3 weeks. When y'all hear this on...
When was Donda 1?
Last year. Oh, I was jamming to that thing, but I mean, Drake dropped.
Well, I think because you're male.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not male. No, what I meant was...
You're going to break this whole deal. You stupid.
I think what I meant was you're a male and you were an aspiring rapper.
Fair enough.
So you're also seeking out male rappers that you enjoy their
I'm not
rapping.
running to the new Nicki Minaj album.
Right.
No offense to her. That's just...
But like popularity-wise... I think the raptresses, they're getting a lot more views.
Yeah, they're catching up to the thing at one time they were behind. Because remember, we've talked about there was at one point you could only have one. Now there's we coming in bunches and y'all gonna give us our due. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but I don't ever hear about any of the rappers.
Oh, fair enough.
It's always the raptresses.
Well, the raptresses are also more interesting socially.
Preach.
But preach.
Ben.
But no, I mean, I don't know though. Is there a way we can do something? Not like we're going to go out and protest, but is there anything we should be doing or could do?
Put a condom on. Yeah. That's what my side will say.
Have big sticks and roll condoms up and down.
Bananas. We'll have bananas with condoms on them. That'll be our side.
Put down the cash. Save your ass.
Keep the bag with the condom. Protect your bag with a rubber.
But you know what I mean?
We can do it.
You stupid. I'll see you next week. I'll have all the banners.
It'll be our first protest. We've never been to one.
Nope, I've only advocated. No actual protesting. But
I only go if I'm being paid to be there.
Basically, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 years from now, they're going to listen back and be like, those sellouts.
Well, I think... So, this is just a little information about me.
Yes, sir.
Here on the Personal Podcast. Some people are allergic to latex.
I understand that, yeah.
And I didn't know that there were non-latex.
No, years ago.
I did not realize that there were non-latex items.
Right. They got lambskin and all that shit.
Because, well, that's got latex in it. But I didn't realize that there were actual zero latex
items.
I
didn't know that either.
There had never been in my existence. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I was in a relationship for a very long time.
Right, so you didn't exactly need one.
What else? And so I did not learn of this until very recently. Right. And I went,
didn't know until you just told me.
Oh,
that's what I could have been using. Instead of loose.
But now,
I'm just playing.
Doesn't matter again.
Right, you're in a
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, if, you know, God forbid, something happened,
you know,
I've got my non-latex. It's ready in the future, if need be.
But see, but at least you have enough common sense to protect yourself, and you've thought about those things.
Well, I went in other directions.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, there's people. Well, no. But I'm saying there's people who they don't even consider any other alternative forms of protection.
Yeah. Well, because I think it takes effort. Like, I had to remember to take that pill.
Yeah, but that's
what I'm saying is people see that as effort. I'm having to put forth effort
to protect myself,
to do sex.
It still takes less effort than to go get a bag for the majority of people. Pretty much. Because unless you're famous,
I think we assume you're going to have to work for money. We don't assume work for sex.
It's still work in a good way, but it's still work if you're doing it right. It's very enjoyable work.
So if you're not working, you're not doing it correctly, according to Michael.
Yes, but I'm saying I'm going to get that bag. If you're just going to your job, that's not a bag. You're going to get your paycheck.
But, is that not what a bag is?
A bag is supposed to be like a nice chunk of change, not just your 9-to-5 job.
Oh.
That's what the slang means. But people use it in reference to any money that they earn. I'm about to go get this bag. No, my payday is every Friday from the 2 jobs I work. So unless I'm getting 4 bags a month, that's just my paycheck. That's not a bag.
Oh, I thought a bag was a paycheck.
No, people use it that way now, but it's really a large amount. It don't have to be $1 million, but it meant like if a celebrity did like a club walkthrough and got, say, $30,000 to come in, show their face for an hour, pop bottles and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting my paycheck, or I have a side hustle. I'm going to get that bag. No, you're just clocking in to go to work.
Oh, okay.
But it's been
Well, I'm glad you said that because I didn't know that.
See what I'm saying?
Didn't know that. Yeah.
Learn something new every day. A bag is a larger amount of money. Now they have no latex condoms. We both learned something.
You know, now that we're old.
Yeah. But I mean, that is weird though, because I think, and who am I? I'm Joe Blow, and I know he hates us. I had to do that. I had to do it. But
I want him to write in.
I would love that shit.
Michael Skillet Chappelle.
It's Michael _Skillet _Chappelle.
All right, Gabby styled by.
Shit. You're terrible.
Michael Skillet Chappelle _
whatever.
All the DMs.
Nosey with good intentions, and you'll find us. He's so stupid.
So anyway, but yeah, I think it's the effort part. I think in our mind, we know that work is going to be effort. We know money requires effort. Sex is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
So I think that people forget that you can still have fun and be protected.
Take a 7-second, not even 7. If you know what you're doing, it don't take an hour to put on
the pill that I was taking. It was once a day. So I mean, I would take it
and go on
with
about your
breakfast,
day. Yes.
Or when I got up in the morning, I would take my pill and walk out the door.
Right.
And I could go if I wanted to. I could have been willy-nilly.
Yeah. But
I wasn't.
Is that
but
the type
I could have
that
been.
protects against everything, or the main one?
Just the big dog. Just the big dog. Just the 3 letters that sent him to his grave in the TLC song.
Okay.
Took him to his final resting place.
Yes. You know, I did not catch that until I was grown, or like older, not older, like a late teenager.
You didn't see the video then?
I did, because I remember there's a part when the guy gets shot from behind. He's like running or something. There's another one where the mom is holding her baby. That's the one that
shot. You said shot from behind, and I went, yeah, that's kind of how they get it.
I am referring to a gunshot, sir. You sure you ain't got that hip? Got that hip cough.
I've got that. Oh my God. In the times of COVID.
Yes. You got the worst
I'm
cough.
getting my yearly sinus infection. It's done.
Paranoia.
But now I have the residual 2-week cough.
Yeah. That you're trying to.
And everybody, I'm like this. And everybody goes.
Yeah, the eyes, the ears perk up. Hey. You got
and I'm
COVID?
like, it's not the vid, okay?
It's the hip.
I got shot from behind, okay?
I traded the vid for the hip, but no.
But I did get the bag.
You got that bag. See what I'm saying?
And that's all that matters.
I mean, I don't know though. Like, I think maybe it's because we're so focused on money that we maybe that is the goal. Just I mean, I'm sure people still having sex. Obviously, baby, we got all kind of COVID babies coming out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So, but maybe our focus being on money.
I love that they're called COVID babies.
Not that they got COVID. I'm saying they were conceived while
but isn't that funny? They're called COVID babies
and locked up in the house.
This generation will be called the COVID generation.
Yes, it'll be. You think this is our generation's baby boomers? As far as the baby part, not the,
not the booming.
Yeah, no, economically, I don't think we're booming.
No, we're working on it though.
We're always working on something generationally.
Well, we're all getting that bag that I thought was just a paycheck. Turns out it's something extra.
No, it's supposed to be.
You know what I really thought it was? I thought it was you earned money so that you could buy a bag, like a Birkin.
Oh, you actually thought it was like...
I thought like you bought a bag
no, dude
with your money.
I'm going after that bag. They ain't talking about no purse.
No, have purses.
But the typical guy using that slang is not referring to a merce or a purse.
Yeah. I thought men said bands.
Well, bands is also slang for $1,000, or band is singular. Bands is several $1,000s. It's not a specific amount, but you'd be like, how much you want for that 10 bands? $10,000. Band is just another word for K, like 10K, 1K, 200K. I thought you was hipping with it, sir.
Well, I'm not. I tell people that I am.
Okay.
Because I think it's funny. Because I'm so not.
Well, the bands come
I know bands that make her dance.
No, the band comes from the rubber band
song
wrapped around the money. And it, for a big...
This came from poor people.
No, this came from financially well-off
rubber
rappers.
Bands. Nobody wraps their money in rubber bands but poor people.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that because I came from the poor stock.
Yeah. I've never had enough stacks of money to rubber band.
When you've got money, the bands, which is what I thought it was, not rubber bands. Yeah. I thought it was like when you go to the bank and you there's a band of paper that goes around and it's in a pretty little stack. Yes. That's what I thought they were talking about.
Hood,
and you just reminded me they're talking about rubber bands.
So I'm telling you.
I'm just saying, that's poor. As a poor person who grew up with rubber bands on the money because we were poor, it's for poor people.
Yes, it is.
It's not a status symbol that it's maybe used
and it
in the
morphed
rap
into
songs.
one band is $1,000.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
It's like, you know what I mean?
But I really did think they meant the paper bands.
That's probably where it started. It morphed into the rubber bands around it, like from Drug Money selling dope. And then it morphed into...
Which is illegal money.
Yes. And then it morphed into one band is $1,000. One band, one sound. You know what I'm saying?
Who was that?
Drumline.
I was like, I know that line.
Was so terrible it was funny. One band. One sound.
So stupid. Okay, but the whole sex thing.
Yes, sir.
Are people having as much sex as they talk about?
I think it's probably 50-50.
You think so?
I think some of it is like, especially our generation, but the younger half of our generation, I think they are a little more frivolous with their bodies. I could be absolutely wrong. I wouldn't know. But
Do you think they're more frivolous because they don't do like labels and stuff?
Yeah. Because they seem to
They just
not
fucking everybody.
I ain't gonna say all that. But I think the ones that are closer to our age in our generation range or whatever you want to call it is focused on the bag. So I think the ones in our generation, everybody having sex. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying either end of our range. What is our generation called again?
Millennials.
And then after us is Z?
Yeah.
Okay. I think millennials
I think so.
Closer to our age are more focused on getting money because we've gotten to the age where we're starting to go into our financial prime. We're starting to, if we haven't already, we're buying houses. We're starting to invest and setting ourselves up for the future.
Yeah.
For lack of better words. Whereas I think the younger end of our age generation spectrum, they still focus on having a good time, no labels, willy-nilly doing the damn thing. And I think because maybe it's such a wide, even though the age range is not wide, I think the lifestyle differences are so wide. That's why maybe it seems that way. You got it closer to our ages. We start working on setting ourselves up for the future. We're starting businesses, real estate, investing, all that shit, whatever.
We're not going
to start that conversation. We're starting hustles.
What kind of hustles are we starting?
We're not going to have that conversation publicly. We'll talk about that. I'll talk my shit in private. But you know what I'm talking about. But
it's been mentioned.
Yes, this side is hustles. That's shade if y'all didn't catch that. Everybody's out of
I was just feeling a little petty.
But no, this side is the setting yourself up for future investments, hustles, job, investments, entrepreneurship. This side is, because you got to think the youngest end of our range, they're starting to be old enough to really do anything.
Fuck it.
Pretty much. So yeah,
that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just interpreting what he said. I didn't say that. Just in case you're watching Camera One.
This side is like, fuck it. This side is like, we gonna get old soon. We got to get this money.
Currently old.
Even though we're not actually old.
True.
We're only a little over a third of our lifespan based on the average age. But
that's so sad.
Why?
Isn't it?
That we're a third of the way to the top of the escalator?
We only got 2/3 left.
It was fun while it lasted.
We're almost at half.
Don't do that.
Actually, you're being generous with a third. I think we're closer to a half.
I said we're a little over a third.
I think we're at a half.
I thought the average age range is
75.
I thought it was 85.
I don't think so.
Oh, damn, you're right. Then we closer to half than we are to the third.
We're peeping. We're peeping at half.
Knocking on the door. Hey, bro, halfway, bro.
We're coming. We're almost there. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's why we're so committed to.
We're almost to the black balloons.
Yeah. I'm gonna come down from heaven and pop them shits.
I love that you're gonna die before you get to that.
Absolutely. Wait, what's the black balloons? Your 50 mark?
40.
Cut it out, man. That ain't funny.
Yeah.
You get black balloons when you hit 40? Why? Because you're halfway there.
Over the hill.
Nah, I'm not. Hell no.
That's it.
I ain't having no black balloons in my part.
You're the 40. Yeah, up to 40. You're going
and then it's all downhill from there.
And then it's all downhill. You've
Don't
went
do that.
over the hill.
No, sir. I'm
40.
just keep on going up the hill. I'm going to start lying to people and say how young I am. kind of number is it? I'm 37. I still get carded.
What kind of number is what? 40?
No, it's 772. It's a Florida number. Yeah, it'd be all right.
It's probably Susie.
I should read it out loud.
She wants
the
to
number
see.
is 772.
Stop.
666.
Shut up.
It is 666. That's creepy.
The devil's number is really 777.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually about that when we get done. But
you're not. Every time we say we're going to talk about something,
even though
we
I
never
actually
do
mean
it.
it when I say it. But
well, we're almost over the hill.
yeah, memory is going. But no, I mean, if you think about it, what do you think somebody should focus on? Because I think you can get that bag.
Sorry,
it's gonna be a long day, ladies and gentlemen. I think you can focus on getting your bag and still be safe with your body. But you should,
of course,
yes. But you should be able to trust somebody with the bag that you're trying to get the bag with.
What?
You should be able to trust the person you're getting the bag with to not fumble the bag. You should be able to trust your partner to pay the bills on time.
Okay.
And if you don't trust them to pay the bills on time, but you're giving them raw sex, you got the wrong partner. That's what I'm basically saying.
We make poor choices.
We do it every day. I do it all the time.
But I've mentioned this before. Mm-hmm. People tend to do better in their second long-term relationship.
I believe that.
But most people are still in their first one. Like in our age group, most people are in their first one.
Oh, that's fair.
I
met a young lady. She's probably 5 years older. She's been married 4 times. I wanted to ask her, how did you have time to get married and divorced? And you're only like 4 or 5 years older than me. 5 to 4.
Well, she's over the hill.
That's fine.
She's past the hill.
But she was on her 5th marriage. I said,
here's my thing.
I would have gave up on like 2 or 3.
Not that I'm saying I'm going to get married.
You want to.
I wouldn't bless it. Bless.
Oh, the Amish.
Oh, yeah. Now, you didn't even notice them. Boss. Hey.
Why you sound like Kevin Hart? Hey, gun compartment.
I love that joke, by the way.
I hate that joke.
That is so funny.
It's terrible.
Buster, Jesus bless it. They have been gone. They have been gone.
He had to scare him off from the inside of the house.
They didn't even know you was here, did they, buddy? Oh, I know it.
That's why I don't have pets.
That's why he's gonna be the last one.
But you know what I mean? If you've
gun compartment. That is a funny joke.
That's terrible.
It's a little long.
It is. That's why I didn't like it.
It is funny. Yeah. The horse riding one is still one of my favorite ones.
But I guess what I'm saying is if you're willing to chase a bag with somebody, why can't you trust them with the bag?
I don't think people are chasing bags together.
I think it's both. I think people who are in relationships are chasing bags together and their own. I think it's a little bit of all of that.
You think so?
Yeah, because some businesses or hustles you can do with somebody, they complement each other. Hypothetically, if you own a contracting company,
why are we adding hustles in?
Because some people's hustles they think are businesses and they're not businesses, they're hustles. Which is nothing wrong. There's still money, but it's not something you can pass down to your kids. So is it really a business?
They could take over the family business.
I'm not. You baiting me, and I'm not going into it.
You've already said it for me.
They don't know what I'm talking about.
We've promoted it.
You know what? I'll say it then. F it. You ready? They're gonna cut it off.
I'm very hot in this robe, in my gown, my recording gown. But I'm about to have to because I'm about to start sweating.
I don't even want to say it. Don't worry about it. We'll do it on another episode.
Well, there's all kinds of events in life.
No, sir, I'm not referring to that.
I was.
Stop.
My dressing gown is styled currently.
I hate you, sir. You are shady as hell. Anyway, what I'm basically saying is there are people that are chasing after money,
chasing paper
with people, and they're also chasing it on their own.
How would you chase it together, though?
Because I got multiple streams of revenue. That's the new buzzword or buzz phrase. Wanting multiple streams of revenue.
But
even though most people don't have that.
Well, but are they doing it together?
Some people are. Some people are setting up rental properties as a couple, and then some people are
Oh.
That was just the first example I could think of.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah, that's true. I don't think it would be a bad thing.
I'm the shady one.
Well, I'm trying to think what the downside of that would be, and I couldn't think of any. So, yeah, that would be a good look.
Yeah.
You're horrible.
I think that'd be a smart one.
Mm-hmm. Your shade has distracted the shit out of me.
You are thrown.
Absolutely.
I'm just willing to say what you want to say out loud.
Saying
it's still not my words. It's your word.
What I'm basically saying is, okay.
Because I don't think that.
You don't?
No, you think that. I'm just putting words. Let me tell you, whatever you tell me it's called, that's what it's called.
Okay, we got a podcast business. Us two. What I'm basically saying
we're chasing this bag together.
Ain't a damn guy came in here. We do this shit because we have a good time.
Pretty much.
But what I'm saying is, I hate you.
You only do this podcast so you can drink.
Trust me, I drink outside the podcast. But you know what I mean? Like, so we got to get to a point where we can balance trusting our partner with the finances. And if you don't trust them, you got the wrong partner. To me. That's my opinion. Because if you got somebody, did they pay the rent? Did they pay the light bill? Are you worried every month if your light bill done been paid? If whoever controls the money, if you have to be that concerned every month, like, nah, I ain't putting in because he or she, they don't pay such and such on time, you probably got the wrong partner.
Yeah.
I'm not a finance wizard. I'm not the best with my money. But I damn sure don't let my household bills go to the wayside for stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would rather be broke and have my bills paid than a pocket full of money, but every other week we behind on something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
I've got a friend like that.
Yeah, but that boggles.
They haven't paid their taxes in like 7 years. They just keep filing extension. I'd be shitting myself on a daily basis.
Well, unless they're millionaires, the IRS is not coming to arrest them. I don't think. I don't know.
I think there's a certain level.
Well, yeah, you can't go forever. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not 7 years, what would it be?
Well, the seventh year back is probably falling off.
You can't. No, not with taxes.
Oh, okay. No. I always owe taxes. I just pay them. I don't know.
It boggles my mind.
Yeah, you can just keep extending it.
Yeah, as long as you file extension and you pay the extension fee. Apparently, you can extend it forever.
Well, they need to have a kid and start getting some earned income credit or something.
They've already got 2.
Please remind me that. I'm dying to know who you're talking about now. I'm not going to remember, but if you remember, tap me on the show and say, hey.
It'll eventually come out.
IRS.
Hiding tax money.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
They're not getting the bag. Let's just say that.
They're suspending
they owe
the bag.
Yeah, but I'd be shitting myself.
Yeah, that's scary as hell.
If I had to file an extension once, I'd be shitting myself.
That's not that bad at once.
I'd be shitting myself.
Yeah, fair enough.
Daily.
I didn't know you could extend
until
it by
I could get
years.
that
I thought you could extend it like once a day.
Like my sister and her husband, they had to do that 1 year. That was not their fault.
Right, fair enough.
But they were shitting themselves until that was taken care of.
Yeah, let's fix this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Did you know? Okay, I'm a bitch and moan for a moment about taxes. I thought about the other day.
I'm glad you specified that this bitch and moan was just going to be about taxes.
No more shade. But no. No, what I was going to say is, do you find it strange that when we get our paycheck, it gets taxed?
Uh-huh.
Things we buy with that taxed paycheck or a taxed income, we pay taxes on. Mm-hmm. Why? To me, that makes no sense. The money was already taxed when we received it from our paychecks. Why do we pay taxes towards shit we buy with taxed money? I know why, because it pays for roads and schools and the military stuff. But if you, in theory, think about it, it's already been taxed. So why are we having to be taxed on goods we buy with taxed money? Do you get what I asked, or you don't? It probably sounds stupid. If the income we receive when our paycheck hits our bank account,
gross and net, yeah,
yes, it's already been taxed. So why do we in turn pay tax on things that we purchase when the money was already taxed when we received it?
I think those are two different taxes. There's individual income tax.
Then there's property tax and sales tax.
There's
and a
property
million taxes,
tax.
yes. But it still got taxed before we got it. For most people.
But I think that money does different things.
I know it. Like I said, from what I understand, our income before we get to touch it is taxed. It's like roads and shit like that. And then, because that's what state taxes pay for. Now, I think our federal taxes pay for like the military, a bunch of stuff.
Which is a waste.
Pretty much.
I was kidding completely.
I'm halfway kidding.
I think that our military
we don't get enough of
is
it.
too big.
I don't think that. I think we're underpaid.
I
say we. I'm not in the military anymore.
Don't quote me on this, camera one. My understanding is our military is like 755 times larger than any other military in the world.
But you know what else? Active military members, if you take every branch and put them all together, they're less than 1% of the American population. You didn't know that, did you?
Hold on, I'm trying to work that out in my head. So of the 7 billion people,
no,
on
7
Earth,
billion is on Earth.
So I think ours.
I don't know what
is
America's
3
population
billion.
is. It 3 billion?
One.
I don't.
Are we
know.
a billion?
I'm sure we're a billion.
New York is a million.
I know, right?
A million.
I'm sure
plus,
we at least
say.
got a billion.
So let's say of a billion people.
Less. It's like half of 1% of our United States population is actively in the military.
But our military is some astronomical number times larger than the next largest military, which I think is China or Russia. It's either China or Russia.
Fair enough. That's still less than 1% of the population.
That's crazy.
It's still less than 1%. For every 100 people, there's a half, at maximum, a half a person in the military. That's not bad.
And they still had to do the draft.
Not now. They ain't done the draft since
In
the
the
70s, I think. Not the 70s.
Vietnam.
Yeah, there you go. But you know what else?
We almost did the draft again.
When?
After 9/11.
Oh yeah, I think
They
that
were
was
like
more.
almost. They were like voting.
I think that was more so urgency versus actual need.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I didn't join until 2007, so don't criticize me, whatever camera that is. But I got one more bitch and moan. We can get the fuck out of here. I don't like that people keep hollering about how I put it on our Twitter page, even though they are not your thoughts, those are my thoughts. But you take accountability too. Nah, I put on there, I was like, for all these people that have so much patriotism, they don't be joining the military.
Oh yeah.
The most patriotic mofos don't join the military. So I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Here's the weird thing.
Okay.
I don't know anybody that joined the military
Because they're proud to be an American?
out of necessity.
Well, I joined it for school money. I didn't join it because I was like, I love
That's
America.
necessity.
Oh yeah, yeah.
School money.
Yeah.
Whether it's I wanted my college paid for. I wanted.
Yeah, but I don't go around lying and saying I was gun-ho and
Right.
Captain America either.
But most of the people that I've met or know that were in the military, they went to the military for financial reasons.
I mean, I was also not poor as fuck. You know, I was broke. I was like 23, living on my mom's couch, doing nothing with my life. So go get some money, school money. Why not?
Yeah.
Most people in the military they're not unpatriotic, but they're not gun-ho and they're riding up and down the road with flags and shit all on the back of their car.
Yeah.
But the most quote-unquote patriotic people don't join the military, so are they really patriotic?
Put your money where your mouth is.
I'm just saying. I didn't have no
Michael
money.
Skillet Chappelle.
You can come see me about that question. And you're not going
Double
to.
underscore.
But you can come see me about that question. If you haven't joined, I ain't trying to hear that shit about being patriotic.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck either way. Close us out, damn it.
I'm over here trying to get my bags with my
I'm trying to throw
businesses.
this cash in a circle. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, close us out, sir.
Michael Skillet Chappelle underscore on the
not how it
Instagram.
is.
Put your DMs to Michael.
About patriotism. I'll have that conversation. I got smoke for
Nosey
you.
with good intentions at gmail.com. You're not going to. You're going to DM Michael anyway. Michael Skillet Chappelle. underscore.
The underscores are in the middle, sir.
Whatever. Michael underscore skillet underscore
Absolutely.
Chappelle. Gabby styled by hit him with the DMs.
Yes, sir.
That was our email.
Our Twitter, the one that I'm outspoken on.
Twitter. Nosey good. Gimping in last place.
Absolutely.
Which, do we even do anything on Twitter?
Yeah, I posted the other day. Like yesterday. I did. You're stupid.
Okay. 2 posts a year on the,
No, I post
on the
every
on the Nosey
episode
good.
that comes out, and then I post like some stupid opinion I have like every other day. Give or take. I do.
You have those opinions every day. I think you should just go for it every day.
I ain't trying to offend everybody, Lord. Just our listeners.
Do we have anything else?
We got the TikToks.
Well, Michael's thirst traps, because I don't have
It's
any.
one picture, and you don't even see it on the page. You have to watch the video to get to it.
That's smart.
Is it?
Yeah.
What if the initial
That's
picture was my
views.
breast? Ma'am, your boobies are out. Then they might look. Well, I have breasts.
Almost said my breasts.
My
You do have
pecs are out.
boobies.
I have man
You
boobs.
do have boobies.
Not the flabby ones, the good ones. I have pecs,
That's
pectoral
moobs.
muscles. What?
Moobs.
Moobs are like the muscular.
No. Moobs are the hangy
No, they're called
man
bitch tits.
boobs. No, they're man boobs.
Yeah, bitch tits.
No, those are the ones that you can't help or you get from steroid use.
Oh,
Where the nipple like pokes out.
oh, that's a genetic thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was from being overweight.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Tickle bitties.
You're so stupid.
TikTok's where the thirst traps are, Nosey, with good intentions. Just Michael's thirst traps. I don't have any.
And it's only one picture. At the middle of a video
I've been
that
selling
nobody
the shit
watches.
out of that TikTok.
And they ain't checked for it one time. Or they're like, wait, I don't see him with his shirt off. Because it's in
You
the
need to
middle of a
post that
video.
video.
And then you see my muscular shoulders looking fabulous. No, sir.
Why don't you just redo the video?
I am one of these days. Ain't gonna be tomorrow, though.
Was that it?
TikTok, Instagram, email.
Gimpy Twitter. You can send us the audio file.
Oh, yeah, you can talk to us. Yeah. I think that's it.
Oh, if you're watching our YouTube, Nosey with good
there you
intentions, I'm talking to you on it right now. Camera 1. Nosey with good intentions on the YouTube.
Kirk's house coat matches my hair.
My dressing gown that was styled for today.
It matches my hair.
I've been inspired to dress differently.
You stupid. You ain't get out of here.
All right. I guess that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to our Nosey Nonsense.
See you next time.